So it is picture day tomorrow, and she requested for her hair to be straightened. So I washed her hair using the Ouai Detox shampoo. Then I used the SheaMoisture honey deep conditioner, and I mainly focused it on her mid shaft and her ends, not too much on the roots, just so that her roots doesn't get weighed down. And I'm just going to divide up her hair to blow dry it. So the It's a 10, I have been using this for years. Any silk press that I do, any straightening styles that I do, I always use It's a 10. It smells great, it hydrates the hair, but most importantly, it is not heavy. It does not weigh down the hair. So I started detangling her hair with this brush. She hates this brush. So she went and got her Unbrush. This stuff, I don't know what kind of voodoo they put on it, but it really is magic. It gets the tangles and it does not hurt. So shout out to the Unbrush. Anywho's, once I get the hair nice and detangled, I'm going in with the Color Wow. I spray it all over her hair, then I brush it into the hair just to kind of work it in, make sure every strand is covered, and then we're just gonna go in and blow dry the hair next. This is the real time on how long it took to blow dry this section. I put the hair in quadrants to blow dry it just because I don't need to do small sections of blow dry, just because I'm not straightening with the blow dryer. I'm really just trying to get the curls out with the blow dryer, dry the hair, and kind of like loosen up the roots. When you're doing a silk press though, the blow dry is the most important. This is the base to your silk press. If you don't do a good blow dry, then your silk press is not going to come out right, because you can tell how your hair is going to come out after you blow dry the hair. If your hair is nice and silky, if it's nice and shiny, you're gonna have a good silk press. If your hair is kind of like stiff, looks a little oily, looks stringy, then you could tell right away that your silk press is not gonna be popping. So the blow dry is the most important part. So I just carefully work this throughout her hair. I do have it on high heat and high speed, but as you can see, it really does not take me long to blow dry each quadrant of her hair. Not that her hair needs any more volume, but whenever I'm blow drying the front of her hair or even like the front of my hair, I do like to make sure the roots are lifted, and I like to brush like frontward just to create more volume and to make the hair look more like light, and it makes the hair look like it has more movement as well. The goal when blow drying for a silk press is to get the hair as straight as possible. Now, it's not going to look straight like silk press straight, but you're not going to see as much curls. All the kinks, all the little coils are going to be out the hair. Your ends are going to be more straight. You really don't want any curls left after you straighten the hair. I know that sounds really bad. That sounds like I'm like fry and dyeing her hair, but it's really not. If you're prepping the hair really well, you're deep conditioning, you're using a heat protectant, a nice leave-in conditioner, then your hair shouldn't be damaged afterwards. I do this silk press routine every single time I straighten my hair, every time I do her hair, and there's no damage afterwards. So you do just want to make sure that you get all the curls out. You want to make sure that the hair looks as straight as possible, but make sure you are protecting the hair with a good heat protectant and with a nice light leave-in conditioner. You could use like the straightening creams. I'm not really a fan of those. I find that my hair gets oily quicker. I find that her hair gets oily quicker when I'm using those creams. So a good spray is sufficient enough. I like the Chi heat protectant as well. The Tresemme one is a tried and true. Been using her for years. Like that one. I've been using the Color Wow, and this one is cool. It gives me the same results as the other ones. So her hair did dry a lot after the shower just because we had some things to do in between shower and blow dry. So her hair, it shrunk a lot. So there was a lot of shrinkage, especially at the roots. So I had to do like a combination of like blow drying, then detangling in between. And when I did get the hair fully detangled, I just made sure that I sprayed some more heat protectant just to make sure that all of the hair was protected for the blow dry. This side of her hair just seems to be a little more thicker than the other side as well, but it just took a little bit more combo of blow drying and detangling than the other side did. I feel like since I have the video sped up, it looks like I'm being a lot more rough than I really am. I promise I am not. The video is sped up and she's also trying to watch TV, so you know how that goes. So after the hair is completely blow dried, I just section off the front to get ready to flat iron the hair. I spray the hair one more time each section with the Color Wow just for some added protection. And when I'm flat ironing, I like to use the chase method with a bristle brush. And I just take my time going down the hair. I'm at like a medium slow speed so that I'm able to do just one pass through the hair. If you are taking your time with that first pass, there shouldn't be multiple passes. It's not necessary if you're doing a good job with that first pass. And the bristle brush really helps because it's detangling the hair and it's separating each strand so that the hair is getting straight on that pass. This is the real-time speed of how long it takes me to do each section. This section I did do a little bigger and I was still able to do just one pass, but since the section was a little thicker, I did just have to touch up the roots, but the rest of her head, you'll see I did work in smaller sections, so I was just able to get away with doing one pass all over her head. This girl's hair is so thick, so I had to divide the back section in two. Before, I was able to get away with doing like the whole back section in one, but to make it a little easier, I divided it into two sections just to make sure I'm doing everything very thorough. You guys, it is a school night. Do not mind my attire. Do not mind my room. I really wanted to get this video filmed, so I didn't have time to clean up. And yeah, just no judgment, please. But as you can see, the hair is so shiny and so silky. This section I kept in real time as well, just so you can see the speed that I'm going to flat iron her hair, and you can see right away how that shine comes through. Play that with. The flat iron's temperature is at 415, and that was the perfect temperature for her hair for me to be able to just do that one pass. So this back section is completely finished. The whole entire process from blow drying to flat ironing took me an hour and a half, which is not too bad because we were taking breaks in between. My daughter has it too good. She has never experienced that ear burn that you get when you go to like the Dominican hair salons. I told her to hold her ear and she's just like touching the middle of her ear. I'm like, girl, you gotta like fold it down and hold it. Like I could have burnt it, but she has never experienced that burn, so she didn't have the urgency that I had. When someone told me hold my ear, girl, it was brace yourself, give me the wooden spoon. But she didn't experience that, so she didn't even know what I was talking about. You guys are getting a lot of realness in this video right now. You guys are getting my messy room. You get my little stomach pudge. You see, I could have tried to hide it and edit it out, but I'm just gonna let you see it because this is me. This is realness right now. We all experience it a little bit. So this is her hair completely flat ironed. It looks so good. It is so light, so voluminous, but I did realize she needed a little trim. The last trim that I gave her was during the spring and it was more so a curly cut. She does have layers in her hair because I only straighten her hair maybe like once, twice tops a year. So when I do trim her hair, it's usually curly. So I'm gonna give her like a very light dusting in this cut that I'm doing. She asked that I don't take any of her length, so I am really just dusting the ends. Y'all see my dogs? They are so nosy, and they're also her bodyguards. Like everywhere we went, they was right behind us. But when I'm trimming or like doing a light dusting, I don't have to get all like fancy with how I cut it. I'm really just going straight across just to make sure I get those like scraggly dry pieces off of her hair. I really wanted to even out her hair, and I asked her like, "Can I cut a little bit more?" And you guys can't see that she's yelling at me because she's turned around. So, yeah, the answer was no. So, we just kept with the light dusting of the hair, and I was just trying to cut off those like split end pieces that were sticking up too. I asked my daughter, did she want me to like bump her ends? And she looked at me like I was crazy, like, bump the ends. Like, I always forget that my daughters, I really don't bring them to the hair salon because I know how to do everything at home. When I can bring them, like, it's nice, but they don't know like the terminology. Like, they don't know what bumping the ends are. They don't know that you got to hold your ear or your ear's going to get burnt off. Like, because I do everything at home and that's my fault. But yeah, I thought that was funny. So to protect her hair overnight, I did put it in a doobie or a wrap, whatever you want to call it, and it was a nice juicy fallout of the wrap, but I forgot to get that on camera. But this is her hair the next day, beautiful, silky, and ready to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like and please subscribe to the video if you feel like you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.